Welcome to the inaugural season of Gresham GreyWolves baseball, presented by Active Family Chiropractic, Edward Jones, Gresham Ford, Gresham Pediatric Dentistry, the Gresham Police Officers Association, Lucky Pines, Metro East Web Academy, Northwest Accounting Partners, Olympic Gym, Riverview Community Bank, and State Farm. Now, with the Grey Wolves pregame show, here's your host, Alex Yavarski.
Thanks for staying with us here on Grey Wolves Live as the national anthems have concluded here at Royal Athletic Park in beautiful Victoria, Canada. Welcome back as the Grey Wolves look to take the series finale tonight from the HarbourCats here in Victoria before heading back home for tomorrow night's game against Kelowna at Osland Field. Last night, HarbourCats first baseman Ben Polshik stole the show, hitting a solo home run in the second inning, a towering shot that went about 400 feet, hitting the top of Royal Athletic Park scoreboard and out in left field. It stands about 60 feet tall. Polshik's solo shot hitting the top of the seat in Royal Athletic Park that is curved above the video board and left. Polshik's first homer of the game was outdone by a 3-run homer that just cleared the fence, a fly ball that kept carrying as Jack Bauer, the Grey Wolves left fielder, pursued the ball before crashing into the wall and left at full speed. There's no warning track here at Victoria, so Bauer had no idea where he was. I chatted a little with him last night after the game. It's exactly what happened. He kept running because all he could feel was grass, so all of a sudden his shoulder was in the wall, and the ball was over the fence. If Bauer had known where he was, he might have been able to make a play on the ball as the ball just cleared the fence after a sky-high fly ball. Last night is in the past as the 3-5 Grey Wolves will look to get a game from the series and avoid getting swept for the first time in franchise history. Tonight's starter, Aaron Schaup, coming from St. Martin's College in Oregon, where he accumulated a 5.55 ERA in 60 innings of work for St. Martin's. In Schaup's last outing for the Grey Wolves, Schaup tossed 5 1/3 inning, allowing 6 runs on 6 hits against the Cowlitz Black Bears. The Grey Wolves dropped the contest 7-5, and Schaup received the loss. The Grey Wolves did not roll over after going down 7-0 in last night's game. Grey Wolves chipped away, scoring a run in the 7th and scoring 4 in the 8th. The 5 runs were not enough as the HarbourCats tacked on 2 runs in the 7th to put the game out of reach. The Grey Wolves' long at-bats last night chased starter Austin Dondonville after just 4 innings of work, giving up 2 walks and striking out 7. Dondonville's pitch count taking him out of the game at 84 pitches through 4 innings of work. Grey Wolves' last starter last night, Spud Heidemann, lasted 4 2/3 inning, allowing 6 runs, all earned, while striking out 2 HarbourCats. We'll take a short break here, and we'll come back with the starting lineups here on Gresham GreyWolves Baseball, here on GreyWolves Live.
One shot at a vacation this summer, so let's make sure it's not an epic fail. Before you pack the sunscreen and the bug spray, before you lose your sunglasses again, get your official vacation mobile to the Quick Lane inside Gresham Ford for an oil change and a complete road trip inspection. This isn't a down and dirty oil change from the greasy spot down the street. I'm talking about a top to bottom maintenance and safety inspection from honest to goodness, factory trained automotive technicians. It doesn't matter what brand of vehicle you drive or whether it's an Econo Cruiser, a minivan, a Mighty Man truck, or a Road Warrior motorhome. The Quick Lane technicians inside Gresham Ford will make sure your summer adventure doesn't involve being stranded on the side of the road. Your vacation is calling, and the Quick Lane technicians inside Gresham Ford will help make sure you get there. The Quick Lane inside Gresham Ford is open Monday through Friday till 10 and till 4 on Saturdays, and you'll never need an appointment. The Quick Lane inside Gresham Ford on Powell, 2 blocks east of 242nd.
Welcome back to Grey Wolves Baseball here on Grey Wolves Live, as they're moving a little quickly here at Royal Athletic Park. So we'll go through the first 3 batters here as Curtis Perrin, the left fielder for the Grey Wolves, steps into the batter's box against starter for Victoria, James Cannonberg. Curtis Perrin scoring a run last night as he looks at a first pitch ball high and outside for ball number 1. Curtis Perrin walking 3 times last night, only having 1 official at-bat, grounding out and getting hit by a pitch in his first at-bat. So 3 bases as he looks at a pitch outside for ball number 2. Curtis Perrin, starter in left field tonight, started at second base last night as Cannonberg comes set for the 2-0 pitch. The delivery is striking knee-high for a fastball, 86 mile an hour, strike number 1. Jordan Barkis is on deck, the second baseman. He's number 5. Jeffrey Mitchell Jr. starting in right field tonight, hitting above 500, is in right field. Ryan Smith batting cleanup is in center. Ron Rodriguez is playing first base, hitting 5th. The 2-1 pitch is high and outside for ball number 3, so Curtis Perrin now with a 3-1 count here. Designated hitter hitting 6th, is Connor Zickafoos. Kyle Henderson behind the plate, hitting 7th. As Cannonberg comes set, the 3-1 delivery is low for ball number 4 as Curtis Perrin gets another free base, his 5th free base in 2 contests. Hitting 8th, playing shortstop, Mark Mumpert, and hitting 9th at third base is Michael Breen. Michael Breen hitting 2nd in the lineup last night as he struck out 3 times, singling once and grounding out to short in his other attempt. As Jordan Barkis gets back in the starting lineup tonight, starting on Tuesday, back in the lineup today. Jordan Barkis, Mark Mumper, middle infield has been pretty steady here for the Grey Wolves as the Cannonberg will check over to Curtis Perrin at first base. Curtis Perrin with some speed over there at first base, playing in left field and playing in the middle infield as well. Specifically at second base last night, Cannonberg comes set, delivery. Jordan Barkis is going to slap a bunt, a line drive bunt back towards first base that just gets foul and down. So strike 1 now to Jordan Barkis after the walk to Curtis Perrin. Jordan Barkis, the younger brother of manager Justin Barkis. Jordan Barkis playing over at Lower Columbia College. The 0-1 pitch is bunted, high sky ball as the pitcher is going to go over and make the grab in the air for out number 1. So a pop-up to the pitcher is the first out of the inning for the Grey Wolves as Jeffrey Mitchell Jr. will come up to the plate. for his first at-bat of the game. Jeffrey Mitchell Jr. walking last night twice, grounding out in a double play, flying out and striking out looking. As he'll come up to bat here with one out and Curtis Perrin on first base. The first pitch from Cannonberg is strike in at the knees inside for strike number 1 at 88 miles an hour. Again, Jeffrey Mitchell Jr. coming off of a one-game suspension that he served on Tuesday after getting ejected in the series finale against Yakima Valley. But he's back in the lineup. The Cal Bear out of Cal Berkeley. Jeffrey Mitchell Jr. out of Pleasant Hill, California. 5'11", 175 freshman down there at Cal. First 0-1 pitch is slapped foul out of back to the netting here at Royal Athletic Park. So 0-2 count now to Jeffrey Mitchell Jr. Quickly in a hole here. See if the Grey Wolves can get Dondenville pitcher tonight, which is Cannonberg, to throw 84 pitches in 4 innings again. A high pitch count for only 4 innings of work, averaging 21 pitches per inning. The 0-2 pitch is high and outside for ball number 1, so 1-2 now for Jeffrey Mitchell Jr. as it is young school day, youth school day here, elementary school day, middle school day, high school day, as 1,700 kids came out here for a 12:30 start afternoon day game. The 1-2 pitch is at the head outside for ball number 2, 2-2. 1,700 fans here at the game, primarily youth, enjoying a beautiful day of baseball here in Victoria, Canada. It's completely sunny, couple puffy clouds out in the distance, but it's beautiful blue skies here in Victoria, Canada, off on Vancouver Island. Short jog over from Seattle, Washington, Port Angeles, and Anacortes, 3 hubs that hub to Victoria. The 2-2 pitch is outside and low for ball number 3. So Jeffrey Mitchell Jr. working 3 balls here in a row from Cannonberg, James Cannonberg, the pitcher out of University of San Francisco. He's a redshirt junior there this last year, and he's playing for the HarbourCats this summer as he comes set the full count delivery. Curtis Perrin is running on the pitch, so there's not going to be a double play ball as Jeffrey Mitchell Jr. will ground out towards the shortstop. Shortstop Cameron Cannon charging that ball on the left side over the top of the mound and making the strong throw over to first base to get the second out of the inning, as Curtis Perrin will move over on the movement on the 3-2 pitch.
That was the second baseman first? Yes. No. Okay. It's not play. I could put it in and my brain just...
So 2 outs now for Ryan Smith, who made 2 fantastic defensive plays last night. One over his shoulder in a diving attempt in deep right center field, as there was going to be extra bases for the HarbourCats on the swing. But Jeffrey Mitchell Jr. And that ball bounces 3 feet in front of the plate, so Curtis Perrin will get a free base as he rounds third base hard. As the wild pitch from Cannonberg will move Curtis Perrin over to third base. So Curtis Perrin now at third for Ryan Smith. A single will definitely score him here, as the Grey Wolves are threatening early in the contest. Put some stress here on Cannonberg. He's 0 for 1 in the year. 0 wins, 1 loss in his last outing. And Ryan Smith is going to pop one into deep right foul field. And the first baseman, Ben Poshik, is not going to be able to hold on to it just on the palm of the hand as he was ranging deep to his left. Over the shoulder, was unable to make the grab as it looked like it just got away from it, tailed away towards the stands out down the first baseline. So 1-1 now to Ryan Smith after the ball bouncing in the dirt over the top of the catcher's head, moving Curtis Perrin over, and the dropped fly ball out in foul territory down the first baseline. 2 outs now for the Grey Wolves, wearing gray pants and their gray and gold tops with a little bit of a digital camo back and front with gold sleeves, as the 1-1 pitch is slapped out of play towards the first base food trucks in the main concourse here at Royal Athletic Park. 1-2 now to Ryan Smith, as Cannonberg will get the signs from catcher Hayden Jaco. The 1-2 pitch is fouled backwards, straight back into the netting here, and Ryan Smith lives to see another pitch here in the top of the first inning. Ryan Smith out of Southern Illinois University, teammates with Drew Curtis over there in Southern Illinois. Ryan Smith playing center field with Curtis Perrin left and previous batter Jeffrey Mitchell Jr. at right. And the ball is slapped right back at the first baseman, and he gloves it right down to the field turf, but he'll pick it up and toss it over to first base to Ben Polshik for the third out of the inning. That nothing doing here after the walk to Curtis Perrin. The movement over to second base and the wild pitch strands him at third base, as we'll head here to the bottom of the first inning here at Royal Athletic Park here in Victoria, Canada. You're listening to Grey Wolves Baseball on Grey Wolves Live.
Finding the right dentist for your young children can be challenging. At Gresham Pediatric Dentistry, we understand the importance of helping your child feel comfortable in the dental chair. Since 2007, Dr. Ji-Young Lee has helped many young patients in the Gresham area, and she can help your child too. Request your appointment today at GreshamPediatricDentistry.com. Attention parents and kids, Grey Wolves coaches and players will be conducting a baseball camp July 20th through July 22nd for players ages 5 through 16 at Mountain Community College. Your young ball players will receive outstanding instruction in pitching, hitting, infield, outfield, base running, and much more. The cost is just $45 per camper. For more information on the camp, log on to GreshamGreyWolves.com and go to camp registration. Learn from the very best ball players here at Gresham GreyWolves.
Welcome back to Grey Wolves Live here from Royal Athletic Park, as Aaron Schaup comes out to start the first inning here at Royal Athletic Park. Aaron Schaup going 5 1/3 inning last time out against Cowlitz on June 8th, getting a loss after allowing 5 earned runs, 6 total runs on the game in the 5 1/3 inning of work, striking out 3 and walking 5, as Aaron Schaup will face off against leadoff batter Matt Lautz. Lautz from UC Santa Barbara. UC Santa Barbara in the College World Series in Omaha, as the first pitch from Schaup gets past Kyle Henderson, a fastball outside for ball number 1, all the way back to the netting. Aaron Schaup, an honorable mention All-League his sophomore year in high school. Now at St. Martin's. Aaron Schaup from Woodland, Washington. Woodland, Washington. About an hour from Seattle. Schaup's 1-0 pitch is a strike. Delivery and the pitch. Swung on and slapped that down the middle. Jordan Barkus ranging to his right and in a little bit, making the throw on the run with his weight going towards third base, and it's going to be in time to get Matt Lautz on the ground out to second base. That'll bring up Griffin Anderchuk. Anderchuk, a senior over at Seattle University. He's one of the few Canadians here on the Victoria HarbourCats team. Griffin Anderchuk doing a lot of damage the last two games, doubling in the third last game and singling in the fifth, and having a multi-hit game as well in the series opener, his first game here for the HarbourCats. Aaron Schaub working quickly now. First pitch strike. He'll come set. Deliver a ball. 1-1 now. Aaron Schaub working really quickly in the mound. The 1-1 pitch is swung on and missed by Anderchuk. So 1-2 now with one out to Anderchuk from Aaron Schaub. The 1-2 delivery is inside and low for ball 2. So 2-2 now as Aaron Schaub, his defense across the board. And right, Jeffrey Mitchell Jr. Ryan Smith is in center. Curtis Perrin is in left. Second base last night. 2-2 pitch is a slider that's going to get slapped in the hole between short and third. No attempt there for Mumper or Breen as the ball gets all the way through quickly. Anderchuk with a single here in the inning, which will bring up Ben Polchik, who had 2 home runs last night. Ben Polchik, originally with a team in the Northwoods League over in the northern parts of the United States, Minnesota and Wyoming, that kind of area. Being cut from the team, and HarbourCats would very willingly take him back after a quality year last year. He's a good kid. Talking with Mr. Swanson, front office for the HarbourCats. First pitch is a strike in at the knees for strike number 1 from Schaub, working with Anderchuk at first base. Ben Polchik with 4 RBIs in the contest last night. And he's going to fly one into right field. Jeffrey Mitchell Jr. ranging to his left, about 20 yards from the foul pole line. And he'll make the grab for out number 2 here in the inning, bringing up Joe Pryor. Joe Pryor out of Fresno State. Fresno State in the Mountain West Conference as well. So conference foes with Michael Breen in college and conference foes here in the West Coast League as Michael Breen shades to his left, expecting a pull. Aaron Schaub will deliver, and the first pitch is slapped into the tarp down by the bullpen in the corner down the right field line. 0-1 with 2 outs. Jordan Barkus will shade a little bit closer towards second base, and Mark Mumper will go deeper into the hole and shade to his right into the hole at short. So everybody shifted over a little bit to the left here for the GreyWolves as the 0-1 pitch to Pryor is slapped foul again down the first base line into the stands, where the majority of the youth fans are congregating and sitting down the first base line and into the soccer stands deep down the right field line as Aaron Schaub will come set with the 0-2 pitch and Anderchuk at first. Anderchuk will take off, and this is going to be skied into right field. Same spot as the last fly ball, 20 yards from the first baseline. And Jeffrey Mitchell Jr. will catch the ball for out number 3. So 1 hit, 1 left on base for the HarbourCats. And we'll head here to the second inning here in Victoria, Canada, here on GreyWolves Live.
Ready, set, go, racing against each other. Hit 1 each year. Go!
Looking for a gift for Father's Day? Well, the Gresham GreyWolves have the perfect gift for Dad. Spend your weekends at the ballpark. Our 5-game packs offer the perfect bundle of baseball and summer entertainment to get you out to 5
Who's
GreyWolves
taking
games.
the lead?
Packs
Reds
start
trying.
at
Oh, here comes
$50.
Reds.
For more information, visit our website at
And the
GreshamGreyWolves.com
people way down the
or
right
call
field line, they're cheating. They know exactly what's going on behind the fence.
422-5248.
The winner is Reds. Thank you to Go Ferry. A big happy birthday today to Hannah Drury, a billet sister. Great to have you here, Hannah. We'll stand up and wave, Hannah. Happy birthday, Hannah. With so many groups here today, Retirement Concepts and the Wellesley, thank you for being here. Napier Optometric Clinic. So many schools, we'll get to that list in a minute. I want to welcome Brady's Fish and Chips as well. And how about the members of the Victoria Royals front office? Stand up, guys. Stand up, Victoria Royals. They can't hear us, they're having too many beers.
Welcome back to Grey Wolves Live here at Royal Athletic Park in Victoria, Canada. As Ryan Rodriguez, the first baseman for the Grey Wolves, will step into the batter's box. Ryan Rodriguez getting last night out off, starting in left field on the first series opener here in Victoria, now back at first base, getting a little bit of dual time at first and dual time in left. He'll swing and fly one into the street the next door here to the field, surrounded by a residential area here at Royal Athletic Park. So 0-1 early in the count now to Ryan Rodriguez. Ryan Rodriguez playing at Dixie State. And he'll look at an 0-1 pitch from Cannonberg, and it's going to be inside at the belt for ball number 1. 1-1 now to Ryan Rodriguez. Ryan Rodriguez from Folsom, California. The 1-1 pitch from Cannonberg is slapped foul, just foul over the top of the bag, about a foot out of bounds here down the foul line. As early 1-2 count now to Ryan Rodriguez. Ball will be put back in play by home plate umpire Corey Klein. And Cannonberg will come set with the 1-2 delivery. The delivery swung on and missed at the curveball. And catcher Hayden Jaco will just tag Ryan Rodriguez as that ball was in the dirt for out number 1 on the strikeout to Ryan Rodriguez. I'll bring up Connor Zickafoos. Zickafoos starting in the opener here in Victoria as a designated hitter, getting the start again, a designated hitter tonight. Connor Zickafoos playing extremely well down for his program in Chapman, down in Orange, California. First pitch is a ball to Connor Zickafoos, so 1-0 now. As Cannonberg will come set. He'll move his legs a couple times and then come set. Zickafoos slaps one right back into the netting, straight backwards. The ball boy will retrieve it, toss it over to the other ball boy, and they'll go back to their seats in their dugouts. Cannonberg wants a new ball, and then he'll want another ball as they'll throw the ball he was given after the foul ball back to the dugout. Whether that's a little rough spot in the ball, they are extremely picky about the quality of the baseball, the quality of the threading, as the 1-1 pitch is swung on and fouled backwards. Not a lot of noise from the bat there, but it went all the way to the backstop. So it's 1-2 now as Connor Zickafoos fouling off 2 pitches in a row. 1-2 now. Zickafoos 2 for 10 on the season, hitting 200, 2 RBIs in his 2 hits. Cannonberg will come set. Delivery is going to be in the dirt for ball number 2. So 2-2. Fans moaning and groaning a little bit at that one as they didn't like the call, but it was about shin high. So 2-2 now to Connor Zickafoos. Zickafoos playing for Division III Chapman. Hitting 400 this year as a freshman down there at Chapman. He'll slap one in the hole up the middle for a leadoff single for the Grey Wolves here in the top of the second, a one-out single as Ryan Rodriguez struck out in the last at-bat. So the Grey Wolves with 2 base runners here in 2 innings as Kyle Henderson will now come up to bat, the catcher for tonight for the Grey Wolves, after Connor Zickafoos' leadoff single. Kyle Henderson playing for Concordia up in Portland, one of many Concordia University pro systems. Concordia all over the place. There's Concordia, Wisconsin, as Heidemann plays for Concordia, Wisconsin, as Kyle Henderson will look at a first pitch strike at the knees and outside for strike number 1. And Concordia Irvine, there's Concordias all over the place. Just about every state has a Concordia. Concordia University in Portland. Quality baseball club up there. As Kyle Henderson will dig in, the left-handed batter facing righty Cannonberg. Zickafoos takes off, and the ball will get all the way to the backstop here as interesting pitch there from Cannonberg gets away from Jaco. They'll score that as a wild pitch here as Jaco was unable to keep control of that one. So a base runner in scoring position for Kyle Henderson on the late steal from Connor Zickafoos. Kyle Henderson now with a 1-1 count. Looking at Cannonberg. Cannonberg not looking back at Connor Zickafoos. Kyle Henderson will swing and miss at a pitch over the top of one for 1-2 now with 1 out in the inning. Both teams have a hit. 0-0 here in the top of the second inning. Last night's game ended 9-5. 2 home runs in the game. Grey Wolves scoring 4 in the 7th. Cannonberg will come set and deliver, and it's going to be dropped by Jaco. So Connor Zickafoos with some heads-up base running there, and he'll stand up into third base on the dropped pitch by Jaco. Kyle Henderson now with a 2-2 count after that pitch missed outside. Kyle Henderson not wearing batting gloves. Wooden bat. Infield is in for the HarbourCats, attempting to stop the run from coming in. It's going to be slapped up the middle, and Connor Zickafoos will not go. Cut off by the shortstop about 10 feet in front of the bag at second base, and he'll throw out Kyle Henderson at first base for out number 2. So unfortunately, that one didn't have a lot of mustard on it, as Connor Zickafoos was unable to score on the play after the ground out to short. That'll bring up Mark Mumper. Mark Mumper having the day off yesterday, but coming in as a pinch runner for Ty Wyatt, who pinch hit for the Grey Wolves. Pinch hitting for Ben Klenke last night. Mark Mumper playing shortstop tonight. Normally in the leadoff spot, but he's been bumped down to the 8th spot tonight. He'll slap one into shallow right field, and it's going to be a diving catch by A.J. Alcantara for out number 3. It looked like it was going to get down, but the diving play by Alcantara in right field ends the inning. Mark Mumper thought he had a single and an RBI there, but Alcantara was a great play out in right field to end the inning as the Grey Wolves strand a base runner at third after a single. 1 hit, no errors for the Grey Wolves. They're in the top of the second inning. We'll head to the bottom of the second here on Grey Wolves Live. You're listening to Gresham GreyWolves Baseball here on Grey Wolves Live in Victoria, Canada.
It's a howling good time down at the Lucky Pine. We have 30 rotating taps, happy hour all day on Sundays, fishbowl Fridays, or just come down and fill up a growler. The Lucky Pine is the home of Gresham GreyWolves. We honor service members with a 20% discount every Monday. Check us out on Facebook to see our latest cocktails and craft beer list. Come in and see for yourself what all the excitement is all about. Located at 1888 Northwest Fairview Parkway in Gresham, a locally owned place for craft beer and cocktails in Gresham.
Welcome back to Gresham GreyWolves baseball here in Victoria, Canada, as Aaron Schaup, the lefty, will come back out to start the second inning here in Victoria, Canada. Aaron Schaup getting through the inning in the first with only a single, 2 flyouts to right and a ground out to second, as he'll work quickly here. First pitch is slapped over the top of the concourse out into the residential street here for an 0-1 count now to Matt Smith, the left fielder tonight for the HarbourCats. The 0-1 pitch is delivered, swung on, and belted into left center field. It's going to be in the gap, and it's going to be cut off by center fielder Ryan Smith, but not before Matt Smith can get into second base with the double. And the fans here in Victoria are fired up about that one after that leadoff double for Matt Smith. That'll bring up AJ Alcantara, who made the great defensive play to keep the GreyWolves from scoring last inning on what looked like Mark Mumper's single in right shallow field, as Aaron Schaup will come set with a runner at second base. He'll look back at Matt Smith and deliver a curveball at sky deep in the infield, shallow right center field, as Jordan Barks will go out, backpedal, and make the catch over his head for out number 1. Aaron Schaup gets a 1-pitch, 1-out here for the GreyWolves to AJ Alcantara. That'll bring up Hayden Jaco, the catcher tonight. Jaco out of Vernon College. Catcher wearing number 7, 6'1", 190. Riley Guntrip catching last night, gets the day off today. Aaron Schaup looks back at Matt Smith, delivers. It's going to be outside for ball number 1. 81 miles an hour on the outside corner. 1-0 now, as Aaron Schaup will look down at Kyle Henderson to get the sign, and he'll spin over towards second base. No throw back. Just keeping Matt Smith over there on his toes, keeping him honest over there at second base. The fake pickoff move, not a balk, as he stepped backwards with his lead foot, as the 1-0 pitch is a strike on the outer part of the plate for strike number 1. The 1-1 pitch is swung on and flied into shallow right field, and Jeffrey Mitchell Jr. will range to his right, move forward a little bit, and make the catch in shallow right center for out number 2 after that fly out. So 2 fly ball outs for Aaron Schaup here in the inning on the curveball. That'll bring up Brad Plushkell, who started at third base in the series opener on Tuesday, getting the start at third base again tonight after PJ Floyd started last night at third base. Aaron Schaup coming set, not looking back at second base, and the first pitch is high and outside for ball number 1. 2 outs here in the inning. Matt Smith at second after a leadoff double to start the inning here in the bottom of the second inning. Aaron Schaub will look back twice at Matt Smith and deliver. It's going to be high and outside at the head for ball number 2. Brad Plushkell hitting .250 on the season.
I just switched to something really fun. Well, we enjoyed your broadcast. No.
Attention parents and kids. Grey Wolves coaches and players will be conducting a baseball camp July 20th and July 22nd for players ages 5 through 16 at Mountain Community College. Your young ball players will receive outstanding instruction in pitching, hitting, infield, outfield, base running, and much more. The cost is just $45 per camp. For more information on the camp, log on to GreshamGreyWolves.com and go to camp registration. Learn from the very best ball players. Your Gresham GreyWolves.
Welcome back to Grey Wolves Live. Excuse the technical difficulties there in the bottom of the second inning. Matt Smith led off with a double in the left center gap. A.J. Alcantara then popped up to second baseman, Jordan Barkas, before Hayden Jaco, the catcher for the HarbourCats, flew out to shallow right center field. And then Brad Plushkell lined one at the hot corner. Michael Breen, who made a great diving play to his left, and then threw out Plushkell at first base to end the inning for Aaron Schaub. Now bring up Michael Breen here in the top of the third inning, and he'll look at a slider belt high for strike number 1. Michael Breen hitting second last night as Cannonberg will come set, striking out 3 times but did get a single in the game. And he'll look at a 77-mile-an-hour curveball outside for ball number 1. 1-1 now to Michael Breen, as he'll wait for Cannonberg to come set. And the 1-1 pitch is fouled back into the inning here from Cannonberg. Cannonberg out of University of San Francisco, finishing up his redshirt junior season this last year.
No, it's just, yeah. No, it is fun. That's why I don't think I want to watch them.
The 1-2 count now to Michael Breen as Cannonberg comes set. He moves his weight around a lot there, coming set. And the 1-2 pitch is above the head of Michael Breen. 2-2 now.
For some reason, I don't know why, but it's kind of his pet peeve, I guess. It just bugs him that I do that.
The 2-2 pitch to delivery. Swung on, slapped up the middle. Chopped, diving play by Cameron Cannon, but no throw. So an infield single for Michael Breen, as there was no way Cameron Cannon was going to be able to make a throw to first base on the diving stop deep behind the bag. So a leadoff single for Michael Breen here in the top of the third inning.
suppose he could have gone a double if he hadn't stopped.
Yes, exactly.
That brings up Curtis Perrin, leadoff hitter for the Grey Wolves, with Michael Breen at first base. Curtis Perrin will square around to bunt, but pull it back as the ball was low and outside for ball number 1. Curtis Perrin walking on his first at-bat. Curtis Perrin, the base runner on first base. That's Michael Breen. Curtis Perrin getting his second start of the season here tonight. And he'll look at a fastball outside for ball number 2. Curtis Perrin starting at second last night, moving out to left field tonight as a speedy defensive outfield is on the roster tonight for the Grey Wolves. The 2-0 pitch is low and in the dirt at 86 miles an hour. 3-0 now to Curtis Perrin. He'll most likely get a hold sign 3-0 as Cannonberg will most likely throw a strike right down the middle, but not going to swing just to make sure. Short lead over for Michael Breen at first base. One step off the bag. And sure enough, it's a knee-high strike on the outer part of the plate for strike number 1. 3-1 now to Curtis Perrin with no outs in the inning. Michael Breen will get a bigger lead this time, as no reason for him to get a big lead and get picked off with a 3-0 count. Curtis Perrin will slap one into left center field. Ranging to his right very quickly is Matt Louts, as the fly-out line out for Curtis Perrin is the first out of the inning.
Second baseman, number 5, Jordan Barkus. Hey, kids in the schools, let's get into this right now. Where are
Brings
you?
up second baseman Jordan Barkus. Jordan Barkus popping up on an attempted bunt in the first inning. Now, with the runner on first base, Michael Breen still over there. Michael Breen making that fantastic defensive play, diving to his left. And the first pitch is skied out of play over the food trucks in the third base concourse. As Cannonberg will again throw the ball towards the dugout that he was not in favor of. He'll get another ball from umpire Klein. 75-mile-an-hour curveball is a called strike. So 0-2 now to Jordan Barkus. The lefty facing off against the righty Cannonberg with Michael Breen over at first base. Cannonberg getting the sign from Jaco, the catcher for the HarbourCats. Defense playing in normal position, third base a little deep. And the 0-2 pitch is inside for ball number 1. Jordan Barkus looking like it was going to hit him, but it did not hit him. So 1-2 now with 1 out in the inning after Michael Breen's leadoff single. 2 hits for the Grey Wolves, 2 for the HarbourCats. As the delivery is swung on and lined right at the shortstop for out number 2, playing in his normal position, Cameron Cannon, and forcing Michael Breen to get back to the bag quickly, not to get doubled up on the line drive.
Number 6, Jeff Mitchell Jr.
Brings up Jeffrey Mitchell Jr., who grounded out the shortstop in his last at-bat in the first inning. As Jeffrey Mitchell Jr. will come into the batter's box, hitting .458 on the season. And Michael Breen will take off, and Jaco loses the ball underneath his leg. So a stolen base there for Michael Breen with no throw from Hayden Jaco.
Was that a ball? It was.
2 outs in the inning. for Jeffrey Mitchell Jr., playing right field tonight and making a second appearance here in Victoria, Canada. GreyWolves are at home on tomorrow and face off against Kelowna as Jeffrey Mitchell Jr. looks at a 1-0 strike on the outer part of the plate for strike number 1. Play a 3-game series against Kelowna Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Those games starting at 7:05. Sunday game starting a little bit earlier. 2 outs here, 1-1 count to Jeffrey Mitchell Jr., the right fielder from University of California, and he'll look at a slider for strike number 2 right down the middle. 1-2 now for Jeffrey Mitchell Jr. A single would score Michael Breen here with 2 outs, and a 0-0 ball game can be a little bit risky here early in the game. Anything other than right at an outfielder would most likely score somebody. That somebody being Michael Breen. 1-2 pitches at the letters. Ball 2 now to Jeffrey Mitchell Jr. 2-2. As fans are enjoying a beautiful day here in Kelowna. Victoria, Canada. The GreyWolves play Kelowna tomorrow. And then they'll make the trek up to Kelowna after 4th of July. Michael Breen steals third base. No throw on the curveball in the dirt. So another stolen base for Michael Breen as he gets himself over to third base here at Royal Athletic Park. 2 stolen bases now for Michael Breen in the inning. As Michael Breen will get a big lead at third base with nobody holding him. And Jeffrey Mitchell Jr. will slap one over the head of Matt Lautz. He'll range backwards and make the play for out number 3 here at Royal Athletic Park. 1 hit, 2 stolen bases for Michael Breen, and that's all going here in the top of the 3rd inning. We'll be back here to start the bottom of the 3rd here on Gresham GreyWolves Baseball here on GreyWolves Live.
Let's meet our lucky contestants. We first have one of your teachers.
Still looking for a gift for Father's Day? Well, the Gresham GreyWolves have the perfect gift for you. Spend your weekends at the ballpark. Our 5-day packs offer the perfect bundle of baseball and summer entertainment to keep you out to 5 games. Packs start as low as $50. For more information, visit our website at GreshamGreyWolves.com or call 503-428-5248.
Howling good time down at the Lucky Pine. We have 30 rotating taps, happy hour all day on Sundays, Fishbowl Fridays, so let's come down and feel the crowd. Lucky Pine's Gresham GreyWolves. The honest service members get 20% discount every Monday. Check us out on Facebook to see our latest cocktails and craft beer. Some days, so cold, excited, craft beer, cocktails, and Gresham.
Thank you, Raheem Dream from Max Furniture. Number 33, shortstop.
Welcome back to Gresham GreyWolves Baseball here on GreyWolves Live. As we begin the bottom of the 3rd inning here, as Aaron Schaub comes out to start the 3rd inning. He'll face off against University of Arizona shortstop Cameron Cannon to start the inning, and he's going to fly one into shallow right field as Jeffrey Mitchell Jr. will slide on his backside to make the catch on a sliding play. Feet first to make the catch on a 1-pitch, 1-out inning here for the GreyWolves. Aaron Schaub making quick work of the shortstop for the HarbourCats.
Because I put it on. Oh. I don't always do that.
And it'll bring up Matt Louts, who grounded out in his first at-bat to second baseman, Jordan Barkas. The first pitch is a curveball right over the top of the plate for strike number 1 to Matt Louts. Matt Louts, a very speedy center fielder for the HarbourCats. He'll look at the 0-1 pitch as a ball inside. Matt Louts out of UC Santa Barbara. The 1-1 pitch is high and outside for ball number 2. 2-1 now. UC Santa Barbara, a story you can't not talk about, as UC Santa Barbara playing in the LSU Super Regional in Baton Rouge, winning the first game, and then the second game down 3-0 as a 2-1 pitch from Aaron Schaub is in the dirt for ball number 2.
Sorry. No. 1 and 3. I'm right.
So it's 3-1 from Aaron Schaub, and he'll walk Matt Louts of UC Santa Barbara. UC Santa Barbara down 3-0 in the bottom of the 9th inning, as they were the away team the first game. They're the home team the second game as a 3-game series. And 1 out, bases loaded in the bottom of the 9th. They decide we're going to put a pinch hitter in, and we're going to decide that he's going to be a freshman pinch hitter. And 1 out in the inning, and the freshman pinch hitter hits one over the wall for a walk-off grand slam, as Griffin Anderchuk will step into the batter's box and look at a first pitch ball low and inside from Aaron Schaub. Walk-off grand slam. Crazy, as UC Santa Barbara making the Final 8 in Omaha for the first time in school history because a freshman walked off on a grand slam against national seed LSU. The 1-0 pitch is flied into the food trucks behind the first base dugout on the concourse down the first baseline, as the fans are milling around here in the sunshine here in Victoria, Canada. Matt Louts over at first base. Aaron Schaub is set, and the delivery of the pitch is swung on and slapped into center field. That's going to be a single, and everybody's going to get 1 base. So a single for Griffin Anderchuk here in the inning. Is now 2 outs, 1 out, 2 base runners after Matt Louts walked and was moved over on the single. Brings up Ben Polshek. Ben Polshek hitting 2 home runs last night, a 3-run homer and a solo shot hitting the top of the scoreboard, as Aaron Schaub now looks at 2 base runners. Matt Louts dancing around at second base, and first pitch gets away from Aaron Schaub is a ball high and outside for ball number 1 to Ben Polshek. Aaron Schaub coming set with 2 base runners in the inning. Delivers, and that one's going to be jammed on Ben Polshek and fouled out over into the main concourse. 30 kids running over for the foul ball, attempting to get that souvenir, as that one landed next to food trucks. Aaron Schaub coming set with runners on first and second. Matt Louts at second. Griffin Anderchuk at second base. A check swing by Ben Polshek. Held his bat over the top of the plate. Appeal down to first base to Wetherill. The first base umpire says it did not go. As Aaron Schaub now with a 2-1 count after the check swing from Polshek. 2-1 pitches high and outside for ball number 3. Aaron Schaub now with a 3-1 count, trying to avoid a walk, which would load the bases and bring up cleanup hitter Joe Pryor. Schaup looking back at second base and stepping back towards second base to keep Matt Lautz at second.
Yeah, because he's supposed to be 26. He changed one yesterday.
Lautz second, Ananchuk at first. Ben Polshik batting, and he'll look at a curveball backdoor. Strike number 2, 3-2 now. A great pitch with a 3-1 count. Great command of a curveball to get it over the top of the plate. So full count now from Aaron Schaup to Ben Polshik, who hit those 2 home runs last game. Brad Plushkell playing third base. First baseman Ben Polshik is batting. Matt Lautz, second base, playing center field. And the man at first base, Griffin Anderchuk, is the second baseman.
Yeah. And then when I realized I got these chips here, I thought, oh, that's good.
Griffin Anderchuk out of Seattle University. Matt Lautz out of UC Santa Barbara. As Polshik will then step into the batter's box again with the full count. Aaron Schaup comes set, delivers, and it's going to be swung on and missed way outside for strike number 3. 2 outs now in the inning for Aaron Schaup and the Grey Wolves.
Batting for your HarbourCats. Catcher, designated hitter number 8 from Fresno State University, Joe Pryor.
That'll bring up the designated hitter Joe Pryor out of Fresno State University.
I know. Yeah, when he first got here, I saw him with the headphone. I thought, oh, I bet he's going to, because we're never a band.
Joe Pryor out of Los Alamitos, California, hitting 200 on the season. Aaron Schaup will step back towards second base again just to keep Matt Lautz over there. Matt Lautz with a lot of speed, covering a lot of ground out in center field tonight. As Grey Wolves outfield is normal depth, except for Curtis Perrin, who's a little bit deeper out in left field. And the first pitch from Aaron Schaup is a strike that just touches the outside part of the plate. Strike number 1 with 2 outs in the inning. Aaron Schaup comes set with base runners on. He'll spin move over to second base and must throw the ball to second base, as he does. If the pitcher jump spins, he must throw the ball to the base that he spins to. Otherwise, it is a balk. So Aaron Schaup wisely throwing the ball to second base on the spin move. If he steps backwards with his lead foot towards the second base bag, he does not have to throw, as the ball is slapped right back at Aaron Schaup, and he'll throw it over to first base. Ryan Rodriguez will hurdle the bag and then find the bag with his back foot with lots of time to end the inning. After a walk to Matt Lautz and a single to Griffin Anderchuk is the only 2 base runners for the inning, and Aaron Schaup strands both of them here in the bottom of the 3rd inning. We'll head to the top of the 4th here on GreyWolves Live here after this short break.
Try to win $500 in cash by throwing the ball through that target for LaBelle Baton, the best boutique in Victoria, located at 1215 Esquimalt Road. Here we go.
Dr. Jiyoung Lee has helped many young patients in the Gresham area, and she can help your child too. Request your appointment today at GreshamPediatricDentistry.com.
Nice try. Thank you to LaBelle Baton for the $500 roll for cash. The best boutique in Victoria, 1215 Esquimalt Road. Don't forget to keep an eye on our team batter today. That's Mark Mumford. This batter is number 8 in the lineup. He strikes out 3 times. Someone's winning $500 to the K. Thank you to the K. Remember, BC Joe Hospital Foundation is raising funds for the K program Buy
Cost
two
is just
Nissan
$45
$1 at the
per year.
information booth.
More information
Raise
on the
money
game,
for this
log on to
great charity.
GreshamGreyWolves.com
HarbourCats
and
pitcher
go
has
to
2
camp
strikes and a batter.
registration.
Get that
Learn
cage
from the very
up
best
to the
ball
air
players. Your Gresham
and urge
GreyWolves.
on the strikeout. It's a great cause, a great way to support.
Welcome back to Gresham GreyWolves baseball here on GreyWolves Live, as number 13 Ryan Smith will now come into the game and bat for the second time tonight. Ryan Smith playing center field. Ryan Smith making a fantastic defensive play last night, ranging deep into center field and making a diving catch to end the inning and keep the HarbourCats from getting an extra base hit. Ryan Smith looks at a first pitch ball, and he'll look at a pitch up at the stomach for ball number 2, 2-0 now. Ryan Smith looking to get on base for the first time tonight after grounding out the pitcher in his first at-bat. He'll chop one just foul over the top of the third base bag. That'll get into the bullpen. Nobody moving in the bullpen for the GreyWolves, as Aaron Schaup has held the base runners, HarbourCats base runners, to just second base. A double and a single, moving a walked runner over to second base. Ryan Smith now with a 2-1 count. No outs in the inning as he's the leadoff batter for the inning. Ryan Rodriguez is on deck. And Connor Zickafoose is in the hole, as Ryan Smith will look at a 88-mile-an-hour fastball on the outer part of the plate for strike number 2. 2-2 now.
Although I bet there's some that have been to enough games that would. Yeah.
Cannonberg coming set. Delivery, the 2-2 pitch is swung on and chopped towards the shortstop. Left side, running attempt by the shortstop. It's going to be an out for Ryan Smith, as a good defensive play by Cameron Cannon, charging that ball hard and making a throw on the run to first base. And Ben Polshik was able to stay on the bag with a high throw to put out Ryan Smith in the top of the fourth inning. Brings up Ryan Rodriguez playing first base tonight. Ryan Rodriguez out of Dixie State, playing over there in St. George, Utah. Ryan Rodriguez playing left field in the series opener. And he's going to line one into deep right center field. But A.J. Alcantara will range to his right and make the catch for out number 2 here in the top of the fourth inning. Game is moving along quicker than the last 2 games. After 3 2/3 inning is moved by in just an hour and 4 minutes here in Royal Athletic Park in beautiful Victoria, Canada. Victoria, Canada on Vancouver Island. An hour and a half ferry ride from Port Angeles. About an hour and a half ferry ride from Anacortes. A couple-hour ferry ride from Seattle. First pitch to Connor Zickafoose is a ball outside for ball number 1. Connor Zickafoose DHing tonight. He's singled in the second, and he's going to ground towards the right side hole, but second baseman Griffin Anderchuk will move over to his left and get the ball into his glove and throw out Connor Zickafoose at first base for the third inning out of the inning. So a 3 up, 3 down after the outs by Ryan Smith and Ryan Rodriguez and Connor Zicafus end the inning. We'll be back to start the fourth inning here on Grey Wolves Live after this short break.
So let's make sure it's not an epic fail. Before you pack the sunscreen and the bug spray, before you lose your sunglasses again, get your official vacation mobile to the Quick Lane inside Gresham Ford for an oil change and a complete road trip inspection. This isn't a down and dirty oil change from the greasy spot down the street. I'm talking about a top to bottom maintenance and safety inspection from honest to goodness, factory-trained automotive technicians. It doesn't matter what brand of vehicle you drive, or whether it's an Econo Cruiser, a minivan, a Mighty Man truck, or a Road Warrior motorhome. The Quick Lane technicians inside Gresham Ford will make sure your summer adventure doesn't involve being stranded on the side of the road. Your vacation is calling, and the Quick Lane technicians inside Gresham Ford will help make sure you get there. The Quick Lane inside Gresham Ford is open Monday through Friday till 10 and till 4 on Saturdays. And you'll never need an appointment. The Quick Lane inside Gresham Ford on Powell, 2 blocks east of 242nd.
Welcome back to Grey Wolves Baseball as Aaron Schaub faces Sacramento State left fielder Matt Smith. The first pitch is a ball to Matt Smith. Here in the bottom of the fourth inning. One-0 pitch is a strike called to Matt Smith. 1-1 pitch is lined right at Ryan Smith out in center field. So Smith lines out to Smith. HarbourCats Matt Smith lining out to center fielder for the Grey Wolves, Ryan Smith. That'll bring up right fielder AJ Alcantara. AJ Alcantara popping up to the second baseman as Aaron Schaub will quickly sling a slider in there, and it's going to be pulled hard into the Grey Wolves dugout as a couple guys bounce out of the way. Ooh. 0-1 pitch is swung on and missed high and outside for strike number 2. As Aaron Schaub now working with an 0-2 count and 1 out in the inning after the fly out to center field. And a 3-pitch strikeout for Aaron Schaub, making quick work of the HarbourCats here in the inning. 2 outs away for the Grey Wolves.
The catcher number 7, Hayden Jaco.
Brings up catcher Hayden Jaco after that 3-pitch strikeout. And he'll swing and foul the first one off towards the first base concourse. Jaco out of Vernon College. Just finished up his sophomore year there at Vernon. Aaron Schaub, the 0-1 pitch delivered, and it's going to be flied into the bullpen out of play for the second foul ball of the at-bat. First one getting out of play, the second one staying in play, but into the bullpen. The bullpens are free in foul territory here at Royal Athletic Park. Bullpens at Hosland Field are behind the fence, out of play, as the 0-2 pitch is a 77-mile-an-hour curveball in the dirt. A swing and miss kind of pitch with an 0-2 count. Nothing hurt, you're up 0-2. Might as well throw a pitch in the dirt and see if you can chase it. So 1-2 now to Hayden Jaco, the catcher tonight for the HarbourCats, and he'll look at an 82-mile-an-hour fastball low in the zone for ball number 2. 2-2 now from Aaron Schaub, working out of the windup, the delivery and the pitch. Strike 3 called on the inner part of the plate. Hayden Jacobs trying to sell it, moving his hips backwards to indicate that that was inside, but home plate umpire Corey Klein saying strike 3, ringing up Hayden Jaco there looking as Aaron Schaub gets a 3 up, 3 down inning here in the 4th inning. We'll head to the top of the 5th here on Grey Wolves Live here from Victoria, Canada here after this short break.
Ben, you ready?
Finding the right dentist for your young children can be challenging. At Gresham Pediatric Dentistry, we understand the importance of helping your child feel comfortable in the dental chair. Since 2007, Dr. Ji-Young Lee has helped many young patients in the Gresham area ensure your child's health. Request your appointment today at GreshamPediatricDentistry.com.
Where are all the schools that are here today? Where is Central Middle School? Where are you?
Petition parents and kids, coaches and players will be conducting a baseball tournament July 20th through July 22nd for players ages 5 through 16 at Mountain Community College. Your young ball players will receive outstanding instruction, pitching, hitting, infield, outfield, base running, and much more. The cost is just $45 per year. For more information on the camp, log on to GreshamGreyWolves.com and go to camp registration. Learn from the very best ball players at Gresham GreyWolves.
Download number 600 kids from Oakland Elementary.
Welcome back to Victoria, Canada here at Royal Athletic Park. You're listening to Gresham GreyWolves Baseball and Grey Wolves Live as we head to the top of the 5th inning here, and Kyle Henderson will lead off things for the Grey Wolves. Kyle Henderson, Mark Mumper, and Michael Breen due up to bat for the Grey Wolves as the sun continues to shine here and the clouds haven't moved at all. The same fluffy clouds are still out in center field and a couple ones behind the hill in left field. But that's about it here in a beautiful blue sky sunny day here in Victoria, Canada. Just over 60 degrees, not much above that, maybe mid to high 60s. As it's a beautiful day here, brisk. People are wearing shorts and t-shirts here in Victoria, Canada. As the first pitch to Kyle Henderson clips the outer part of the plate for strike number 1 at 85 miles an hour from James Cannonberg. So both pitchers getting 3 up, 3 down innings there in the 4th inning. James Cannonberg getting a ground out, a fly out and a ground out, and Kyle Henderson will check swing on the 0-1 pitch. Now 1-1. And Aaron Schaub getting a fly out and 2 strikeouts to end the inning in the 4th for the Grey Wolves. So 6 outs in a row, no hits, no base runners. A perfect baseball there in the 4th inning. As we're quickly into the 5th inning as Kyle Henderson looks at a 1-1 pitch now 2-1. As third baseman Brad Plushkell will be on the grass and then quickly hustle backwards, expecting a bunt and then not expecting a bunt as Kyle Henderson will chop one towards the first base dugout of the HarbourCats, getting way in front of that pitch. 2-2 now to the catcher for the Grey Wolves out of Concordia University in Portland, Oregon. Kyle Henderson swinging and slapping one high out of the play over the concourse here at Royal Athletic Park. Staying alive here, 2-2, with no outs in the inning. Cannonberg comes set and will look down, deliver, and another foul ball into the netting here by Kyle Henderson. James Cannonberg out of University of San Francisco. He has a 1.64 ERA, 11 innings pitched so far on the season. And James Cannonberg is gonna get Kyle Henderson to ground right down the line, down the first baseline, as a diving effort by Ben Polshuk will stop the ball, and then he'll underhand toss shovel throw to the covering James Cannonberg for the first out of the inning. So a great defensive play by Ben Polshuk over there at first base, as that ball was hugging the line. Going to be extra bases for the Grey Wolves. A great defensive play by the first baseman. It'll bring up the shortstop, Mark Mumper, after
That is the first time ever that I
the great defensive play by Ben Polshuk. Mark Mumper 0 for 1 so far tonight, flying out to right field. A diving play by AJ Alcantara as he'll look at a first pitch curveball that's just going to clip the outer part of the plate for strike number 1.
Hey, Linda, did this kid strike out the first time up?
No.
And the second pitch from Cannonberg is low for ball number 1, 1-1 now. Mark Mumper will step back in the 8-hole spot, normally in the leadoff spot for the Grey Wolves. And he'll sling one and chop one at the third baseman on one hop. And Brad Plushkel will gather the ball up and make a strong throw over to first base to retire Mark Mumper on the inning. So 2 groundouts here for James Cannonberg on the inning. And he'll face the number 9 batter, Michael Breen, here in the 5th. Michael Breen playing third base, making a strong defensive play earlier in the game. Diving to his left. In the second to retire third baseman Brad Plushkel.
I know, when I was entering that, there were team members, but when you have like 6 and 9, I was
See if Michael Breen can get something started with 2 outs, start a rally here in the top of the 5th. And he'll look at the 1-0 pitch low in the zone for ball number 2.
I saw you poke this right, that's why I knew you did it.
2-0 now to Michael Breen as sun continues to beam down here. The 2-0 pitch is a strike that just gets the outer part of the plate for strike number 1. 2-1 now. Michael Breen hitting second last time. He's going to slap one in the air right at the first baseman. He's going to take 2 steps out of the batter's box, and then he'll hustle over to third base where he'll start for the inning in the bottom of the 5th at third base defensively. So 3 up, 3 down again for James Cannonberg on the to the Grey Wolves, and we'll head to the bottom of the 5th inning here at Royal Athletic Park. You're listening to Gresham GreyWolves Baseball on Grey Wolves Live.
Still looking for a gift for Father's Day? Well, the Gresham GreyWolves have the perfect gift for you. Spend your weekends at the ballpark. Our 5-game packs offer the perfect bundle of baseball and summer entertainment to get you out to 5 GreyWolves games. Packs start as low as $50. For more information, visit our website at GreshamGreyWolves.com or call 503-428-5248.
Earn a double play with the Gresham GreyWolves this season by becoming a marketing partner. If you or someone you know would like more information on how to become a marketing partner with Gresham GreyWolves during their inaugural season, contact Derek Department at 503-227-41. Again, that number is 503-890-8827. Your partnership with the Gresham GreyWolves will be a howling time.
Welcome back to Victoria, Canada here on GreyWolves Live as Aaron Schaup comes out to start the bottom of the 5th inning. He'll face off against Brad Plushkill, Cameron Cannon, and Matt Louts, the 3 batters expected for the HarbourCats. And he'll get a first pitch strike on the outer third of the plate for strike number 1. Aaron Schaup working very quickly. Everything he does is quick as the 0-1 pitch is outside for ball number 1. He gets set quickly, he moves his body quickly, and he delivers the ball quickly, not wasting any time on the mound as the 1-1 pitch is lined in the center field and get down for a single. Here for Brad Plushkill, the leadoff batter for the HarbourCats. That brings up Cameron Cannon at a University of Arizona. University of Arizona making the NCAA tournament this year, one of 4 teams from the Pac-12 conference. Utah University of Washington, where GreyWolves shortstop Jack Johnson plays. As Aaron Schaup will come set with Plushkill at first base, and the ball's going to be in the hole as Jordan Barkos is playing in double play depth, and he'll miss the ball on the diving play, just getting past him. So a single for Cameron Cannon moves everybody up a base, bringing up Matt Louts, the center fielder for the HarbourCats after 2 consecutive singles for Victoria. Matt Louts going 1 for 2 last night, coming in as a pinch hitter for Jaron Silva, who went 0 for 3. Jaron Silva out of UCLA, who was a freshman down there at UCLA this last year. One of a couple Pac-12 players for the HarbourCats. He's got guys on first and second with no outs here in the inning. GreyWolves looking to see if they can turn a double play and get closer to getting out of the inning. The corners are in for the GreyWolves. The middle infield is in double play depth, and there's going to be a bunt by Louts, and he's going to be thrown out at first base by the pitcher Aaron Schaup, quickly getting over to the ball that was bunted down the third baseline and thrown over on a bang play at first base for a 1-3 putout. And that'll bring up Griffin Anderchuk at a Seattle University. Now with 1 out on the second and third.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah.
First pitch is outside for ball number 1. Delivered, slapped in the hole between shortstop and third. Curtis Perrin making a strong throw home, and it's going to be cut off by Michael Breen after 1 run is scored on the single, moving number 33 Cameron Cannon over to third base. So Griffin Anderchuk with an RBI single. Moves everybody over a base. Runners on the corners. 1 out in the inning, so double play is still in order for the GreyWolves. Seeing if Aaron Schaup can get out of this one with only 1 run scored. GreyWolves have 6 hits in the contest. 3 hits in this inning. Aaron Schaup will deliver. And it's going to be outside for ball number 1, just missing outside. The 1-0 pitch swung on and skied out of play over the top of the food trucks and landing on the street out off of Royal Athletic Park. Ben Polshik is batting. Ben Polshik hitting those 2 home runs last night. 4 RBIs, 3 for 4 on the night, scoring 2 runs as he'll look out of ball alone zone for 2-1 now. 2-1 now from Aaron Schaub to Ben Polshik. As the throw over to first base holds Griffin Anerchuk there. Griffin Anerchuk with a lot of speed. So expect a runner from Anerchuk here in this inning, I would assume, to try to get out of a double play opportunity to give the HarbourCats another chance at scoring a run. A quick pick over to first base. Not in time to get Anerchuk. With Cameron Cannon over at third base. As Brad Plushkell led off and has scored now on Griffin Anerchuk's single. 2-1 pitch is in the dirt and short hopped by Kyle Henderson, the catcher. Thrown back. 3-1 now from Aaron Schaub to Ben Polshik. Not wanting to take anything inside is Ben Polshik, showing the power bat that he has. Last night hitting 2 home runs. 3-1 pitch is swung on and flied into right field. Really close to being a foul ball. It is a foul ball and it's dropped by Jeffrey Mitchell Jr. in foul territory for a foul ball. So 3-2 now for Aaron Schaub facing Ben Polshik. Ben Polshik bailed out by the dropped ball. Ben Polshik slowly back to gathering his bat, getting the signs from the third base coach. Stepping back into the box. Assuming the base runners will be moving on the play. 3-2 count with 1 out. Griffin Anerchuk with speed, so a strike him out, throw him out could end the inning, and the runner does go. It's strike 3, but he's not going to be in time at second base as Mark Mumper going over the bag and going over Griffin Anerchuk, who stole second base on the throw, unable to gather the ball. So stolen base for Griffin Anerchuk, and then moving over to third on the throw. Does score Cameron Cannon on the throw, the stolen base. So runners on third, 2 runs scored in the inning. 2 outs, though, after the strikeout to Ben Polshik. And that one's going to get away from Kyle Henderson, but Griffin Anerchuk decides not to come home, making it about a third of the way down the third baseline, then deciding to go back. 0-1 now for Joe Pryor, designated hitter tonight. Ben Polshik getting rung up, looking in the last at-bat.
I knew you were busy, so I just stared at the field and thought I'd take it all in. I'll get it.
The 0-1 pitch is low for ball 1. 1-1, 2 outs now for Aaron Schaub and the GreyWolves. As the 1-1 pitch is low and inside for ball number 2, 2-1 now. Aaron Schaub out of Woodland, Washington, playing for St. Martin's College. 5'11", had an 8.44 ERA coming in, and the 2-1 pitch is skied into deep center field. But Ryan Smith quickly underneath it has enough time to catch the ball out in center field for out number 3. So 3 hits, 2 runs scored, and 1 man left on base for the HarbourCats as Aaron Schaup allows 2 runs in the inning as the HarbourCats lead 2-0 over the GreyWolves. We'll head to the 6th inning here after this short break. You're listening to Gresham GreyWolves Baseball on GreyWolves Live.
And the retired keeper, Sandy Chris from Woodlands, starting to the baseline and go around the HarbourCats logo RV.
It's a howling good time down at the Lucky Pine. We have 30 rotating caps, happy hour all day on Sundays, fishbowl Fridays, or just come down and fill up a growler. The Lucky Pine is the home of Gresham GreyWolves. We honor service members with a 20% discount every Monday. Check us out on Facebook to see our latest cocktails and craft beer. Then come in and see for yourself what all the excitement is all about. Located at 1888 Northwest Fairview Parkway in Gresham, locally owned place for craft beer and cocktails in Gresham.
Welcome back to GreyWolves Live here as the GreyWolves now with a 2-run deficit here in the top of the 6th inning. After the HarbourCats scored 2 runs, Brad Plushkow starting off with a single, Cameron Canning then singling as well. Runners were then at first and second. Matt Lautz sacrificed bunt, moving everybody over a bag. Then Griffin Anderchuk singled, scoring Brad Plushkow. Cameron Cannon then stayed at third base. Cameron Cannon then scored on a 3-2 pitch as Griffin Anderchuk stole second base, and Cameron Cannon scored on the throw. That brings up Curtis Perrin for the GreyWolves, and he'll look at a first pitch strike, just clipping the outside part of the plate for strike number 1.
Oh, there it is. Yes, I couldn't see it. Sorry. That's okay. I'd rather you double check something than I miss it.
0-1 now to Curtis Perrin is high and outside for ball number 1. 1-1 now.
You could sort of said so nobody got an RBI, but I think it was just the one that one talk of the one before. Yeah, no problem.
Curtis Perrin now with a 1-1 count, looking down at James Cannonberg. And he'll look at a ball inside for ball number 2. 2-1 now.
Oh, probably when I was going back. Could be that we were both looking at that, yeah.
James Cannonberg out of University of San Francisco. Swinging, and Curtis Perrin will pull one into the dugout of the HarbourCats. Left-handed batter facing the right-handed pitcher, James Cannonberg. Curtis Perrin walking in his first at-bat, getting the third after moving on a hit and run and then getting over to third base on a wild pitch. Curtis Perrin looks at a 2-2 pitch up in the zone, now full count for Curtis Perrin. Curtis Perrin then flew out to center field in his second at-bat in the 3rd inning. It's the 6th inning now, as Curtis Perrin will walk on a pitch above the belt for ball number 4, which will bring up Jordan Barkus, a second baseman for the GreyWolves, younger brother of manager Justin Barkus. Justin Barkus coaching down at Klamath Falls last year. Klamath Falls now in the Northern California League. Previously in this West Coast League that the GreyWolves are now in their inaugural season. As Jordan Barkus will step in, and the ball is going to get away from first baseman Ben Polshik on the attempted pickoff move. So that'll move Curtis Perrin over to second base.
No, it's when we first crossed the border from Nevada. That's right. Yeah. So it's okay.
So no strikes, no balls to Jordan Barkus after Curtis Perrin advances to second base on the missed pickoff play. So an E1. And that one's going to get away. A wild pitch from James Cannonberg. James Cannonberg a little rattled there after giving up the free base and giving up another free base to Curtis Perrin. So Curtis Perrin getting to the third base twice now, both times moving from second to third on a wild pitch in the game. Jordan Barkus now with a 1-0 count. And 2 free bases for Curtis Perrin. He's going to RBI over to left side, and it's going to be off the bag for an E6 as Jordan Barkus is going to get to second base as shortstop's Cameron Cannon was ranging to his right in the hole, coming towards the dugout of the GreyWolves and making a throw off balance to first base, pulling Ben Polshik off the bag, the ball getting away from Polshik to his right, advancing to second on the throw is Jordan Barkus. So an E6 scores Curtis Perrin as the GreyWolves now have a run on the board, trailing 2-1 now. So now there's going to be a visit by the HarbourCats coaching staff as there is movement down in the HarbourCats bullpen. The HarbourCats not afraid to use bullpen pitchers after throwing incredibly high 6 pitchers last night in the 9-game contest. Starter Dondonville only going 4 innings. The other 5 pitchers throwing an inning themselves. And that brings up Jeffrey Mitchell Jr. with Jordan Barkus in scoring position. There's not going to be a pitching change in the inning. That's a little pep talk with everybody in the infield coming in. As Jeffrey Mitchell Jr. will step into the batter's box with a runner in scoring position. That's Jordan Barkus. James Cannonberg coming set with Barkus at second base. Delivery, the corners are in, and a bunt attempt pulled back after that ball was high and outside. So, runner on second base. Looks like it's going to be a sacrifice bunt as first baseman Ben Polshik is way in on the first base bag, and third baseman Brad Plushkell is inside as well. The bunt looking to go down the third baseline, and it's going to be pulled back and slapped deep into foul territory. And that one's going to get down for a foul ball. 1-1 count now to Jeffrey Mitchell Jr. on the fake bunt attempt, pulled back and slapped foul. So with a runner at second base, the sacrifice bunt wisely would go to third, forcing the pitcher, catcher, and third baseman to decide what they want to do, get some confusion and possibly earning an error if all went right for the GreyWolves. No bunt here as Jeffrey Mitchell Jr. will foul one off the chest protector of catcher Hayden Jaco. The 1-2 count now to Jeffrey Mitchell Jr. GreyWolves trail 2-1 now to the HarbourCats. Jordan Barkus at second base. Jeffrey Mitchell Jr. hot hitting at the plate, hitting .440 on the season. He's going to slap one in the hole, and that's going to be a single for Jeffrey Mitchell Jr., and Justin Barkus is going to hold his younger brother at third. So a single moving Jordan Barkus to third with no outs in the inning will bring up Ryan Smith, wisely holding Jordan Barkus at third base with Matt Lautz's throw coming in. Would have been a close play at home. And there's going to be another mound visit and most likely a pitching change for the HarbourCats. And we'll let you know here if that happens. If that happens, we'll have a little change. And sure enough, there's going to be a pitching change. We'll let you know who it is here after this short break. You're listening to Gresham GreyWolves Baseball here in Victoria, Canada on GreyWolves Live.
Okay, so you only get one shot at a vacation this summer, so let's make sure it's not an epic fail. Before you pack the sunscreen and the bug spray, before you lose your sunglasses again, get your official vacation mobile to the Quick Lane inside Gresham Ford for an oil change and a complete road trip inspection. This isn't a down and dirty oil change from the greasy spot down the street. I'm talking about a top to bottom maintenance and safety inspection from honest to goodness factory-trained automotive technicians. It doesn't matter what brand of vehicle you drive, or whether it's an Econo Cruiser, a minivan, a Mighty Man truck, or a Road Warrior motorhome. The Quick Lane technicians inside Gresham Ford will make sure your summer adventure doesn't involve being stranded on the side of the road. Your vacation is calling, and the Quick Lane technicians inside Gresham Ford will help make sure you get there. The Quick Lane inside Gresham Ford is open Monday through Friday till 10 and till 4 on Saturdays, and you'll never need an appointment. The Quick Lane inside Gresham Ford on Powell, 2 blocks east of 242nd.
It's a hell of a good time down at the Lucky Pint. We have 30 rotating taps, happy hour all day on Sundays, fishbowl Fridays, or just come down and fill up a growler. The Lucky Pint is a home of Gresham GreyWolves. We honor service members with a 20% discount every Monday. Check us out on Facebook to see our latest cocktails and craft beer list. Come in and see for yourself what all the excitement is all about. Located at 1888 Northwest Fairview Parkway in Gresham, your locally owned place for craft beer and cocktails in Gresham.
Finding the right dentist for your young children can be challenging. At Gresham Pediatric Dentistry, we understand the importance of helping your child feel comfortable in the dental chair. Since 2007, Dr. Ji-Young Lee has helped many young patients in the Gresham area, and she can help your child too. Request your appointment today at GreshamPediatricDentistry.com.
Welcome back to GreyWolves Baseball. As we do have a pitching change for you, it's going to be Ryan Steindorf out of UC Davis, one of a couple UC Davis players for the HarbourCats. 4 UC Davis men on the HarbourCats lineup. So a couple guys coming up from UC Davis, spending the summer together, gaining some team chemistry while playing with other guys from around the country here in Victoria, Canada. James Cannonberg is responsible for the runners at first and third, as there's going to be a third to first pickoff move by Steindorf here in the top of the 6th inning. After Jeffrey Mitchell Jr. singled, moving Jordan Barkus over to third base. And Ryan Smith looks at a first pitch ball. So 1-0 now from Steindorf. And he'll deliver and swung on and skied into left field.
Oh, no.
Matt Smith trips, and it's going to be a sacrifice fly as he catches the ball after slipping and recovering. It looked like it could have gotten over his head, but a quick recovery by Matt Smith, slipping in left field, retires Ryan Smith for the out, but not after Jordan Barkus is able to score on the play. So a sacrifice fly scores Jordan Barkus. And it's a tie ball game here in the top of 6th inning with only 1 out and Jeffrey Mitchell Jr. at first base. One out now as Ryan Rodriguez steps into the batter's box. 0 for 2 tonight, flying out to right and striking out. As a pickoff move over to first base to keep Jeffrey Mitchell Jr. there. Another pickoff move over to first base. Jeffrey Mitchell Jr. sliding back in time. As it looks like Connor Zickafoose is going to stay in the game and come in to bat on deck as Ryan Rodriguez looks at a pitch low and inside for ball number 1. The first pitch of the at-bat after Steindorf has thrown over to first base twice. James Cannonberg going 5 full innings, appearing in the 6th, giving up 3 hits and now 2 runs on the afternoon. And Jeffrey Mitchell Jr. is going to go. It's a hit and run as Ryan Rodriguez is going over to first base and he grounds out to short. Smart play by Cameron Cannon to not throw to second base on the hit and run. Jeffrey Mitchell Jr. into second base on the 6-3 ground out. I'll bring up Connor Zickafoose. Two outs now for Zickafoose, the designated hitter, who singled in the 2nd. And then moving over to 2nd on a wild pitch, and then moving over to 3rd on a passed ball. So 2 pitches, getting him to 3rd base after singling. As starter James Cannonberg is still responsible for Jeffrey Mitchell Jr. out there at second base. Two-two ball game. 3 hits so far in the game for the GreyWolves, 6 for the HarbourCats. As Connor Zickafoose will look at a first pitch strike from Steindorf that just touches the outside part of the plate. 0-1 with 2 outs now to Zickafoose. Zickafoose coming from Chapman University down in California. Hitting above 400 in his freshman season. Breaking out and winning league honors. Zickafoose, ground ball right side up the middle. And it's going to be cut off by Griffin Anerchuk and thrown out at first base for the 3rd out of the inning. But not before the GreyWolves can score 2 runs on the inning. Curtis Perrin scoring and Jordan Barkas scoring on a sacrifice fly after Jeffrey Mitchell Jr. scored Curtis Perrin. Jordan Barkas scoring on Ryan Smith's sac fly. It's a tie ball game here at Royal Athletic Park. We'll take a break here and come back for Aaron Schaup's bottom of the 6th inning here on GreyWolves Live.
Attention parents and kids. The GreyWolves coaches and players will be conducting a baseball camp from July 20th through July 22nd for players ages 5 through 16 at Mount Hood Community College. Very young ball players need outstanding instruction, pitching, hitting, infield, outfield, base running, and much more. The cost is just $45 per camper. For more information on the camp, log on to GreshamGreyWolves.com and go to camp registration. Learn from the very best ball players. Your Gresham GreyWolves.
Number 8, huh? Maybe 25. Oh, okay.
Welcome back to GreyWolves Baseball as Aaron Schaup comes out for the 6th inning. And he will look at Joe Pryor, Matt Smith, and AJ Alcantara. Excuse me, Matt Smith, AJ Alcantara, and Hayden Jaco. Matt Smith out of Sacramento State University. Sacramento State University in the Western Athletic Conference for baseball. The Big Sky for all of their other athletics. And the first pitch from Schaup is single laced into center field for a first pitch single to Matt Smith. His 2nd hit of the afternoon. Western Athletic Conference consisting of Sacramento State and Grand Canyon University. They add North Dakota State. North Dakota. Northern Colorado, I'm sorry. Chicago State. Along with Seattle University and University of Texas Rio Grande Valley, just to name a couple teams in the conference. As Aaron Schaub will come set with Matt Smith at first base. Swung on and skied into shallow right foul ball territory, and Ryan Rodriguez will get underneath and make the out for out number 1. He dropped the ball in the early innings of the opener and was made sure that he did not drop the ball this time as he retires AJ Alcantara for the first out of the inning. Brings up catcher Hayden Jaco, number 7. The HarbourCats are wearing red tops and white pants tonight. And that ball's going to get away from Kyle Henderson. He's going to throw it on second base, but not in time as Matt Smith is going to get into second base. And Hayden Jaco now with a 1-0 count after Matt Smith gets the second on a stolen base. Here in the bottom of the 6th inning, and 1 out. Aaron Schaub comes set and faces Hayden Jaco. Looks back twice at Matt Smith at second, and it's going to be jammed. High sky fly ball, and it's going to be caught by Kyle Henderson deep in the shade where the press box overhang shades over the top of the field. The only shade in the entire field here at Royal Athletic Park. So 2 outs after 2 pop fly outs in the infield for the HarbourCats. Brings up Brad Plushkell, the third baseman, who scored in the 5th. Plushkell singling in that at-bat in the 5th and then scoring on Griffin Anachuk's single. And he's going to slap a first pitch fastball into the netting here at Royal Athletic Park. He'll step back in, and Aaron Schaub will step back onto the rubber. 0-1 now as Jordan Barkis is shaded towards second base, and he'll break back towards the normal position out in the throw. High and outside for ball number 1 from Aaron Schaub. One pitch is in the dirt for ball number 2. 2-1 now. From Aaron Schaub to Brad Plushkell, the third baseman, making a strong play earlier in the game to retire Mark Mumper. And he's going to look at a pitch in the dirt that bounces over the top of Kyle Henderson for ball number 3. So 3-1 as the runners advance. That's Matt Smith. He'll get over to third base on the pitch. It's going to be a wild pitch from Aaron Schaub. As Aaron Schaub will come set with a runner at third base. 2 outs in the inning facing Brad Plushkell. That's going to get away from him again. And it's going to be a walk and a run scored on another crazy pitch there from Aaron Schaub. 3-2 now for the HarbourCats here in the bottom of the 6th inning. So 2 outs with the runner on first base now after the run scored on a wild pitch. Matt Smith scoring after singling, getting the second on stolen base, and then 2 wild pitches move him the next 2 bases. And it's going to be a grounder up the middle. Stopped by Mark Mumper. Backhand flick with his hand. Running into center field. A fantastic play by Mark Mumper to retire the out at second base. That's Brad Plushkill. A fantastic 6-4 put out at second base. A SportsCenter top 10 play there by another Grey Wolves player here in the series against the HarbourCats. We'll head to the top of the 7th here in Victoria here after this short break. You're listening to Grey Wolves Baseball on Grey Wolves Live.
Attention parents and kids. Grey Wolves coaches and players will be conducting a baseball camp July 20th through July 22nd for players ages 5 through 16 at Mount Hood Community College. Your young ball players will receive outstanding instruction in pitching, hitting, infield, outfield, base running, and much more. The cost is just $45 per camper. For more information on the camp, log on to GreshamGreyWolves.com and go to camp registration. Learn from the very best ball players. We're Gresham GreyWolves.
Welcome back to Grey Wolves Baseball as Kyle Henderson will step into the batter's box to start the inning. Connor Zickafoos grounding out to second base to end the inning in the 6th. Kyle Henderson 0 for 2 tonight as the Grey Wolves will look to counter the HarbourCats' run in the last inning as Kyle Henderson will look at an 87-mile-an-hour fastball in the outer part of the plate for strike number 1. Kyle Henderson, delivery from Steindorf is a curveball that gets the outside part of the plate on the backdoor curveball. Strike number 2 now to Kyle Henderson. Steindorf set, delivery. The pitch is a fastball outside, swung on and fouled out of play by Kyle Henderson for strike number 2 again. So 3 pitches and 3 strikes, but Kyle Henderson is still alive in the at-bat after fouling off the 0-2 pitch. The 0-2 pitch delivered, swung on and slapped into center field, and it's not going to get down after the bloop. Ball is caught by second baseman Cameron Cannon out of the University of Arizona for the first out of the inning.
He's the shortstop. Well, yeah, you said second baseman. So you confused me.
That'll bring up Mark Mumper, who made the fantastic play at short last inning, as Kyle Henderson just flew out to shallow left center field to the shortstop. And Mark Mumper will swing on a first pitch, hard ground ball right at the shortstop, ranging to his left one step and making the throw over to first base to retire Mark Mumper after the first pitch swinging ground out. So 4 pitches and 2 outs for Steindorf here in the top of the 7th inning. As the Grey Wolves are down 3-2 here, looking to take a game from the HarbourCats after losing the first 2 games, 2-0 and 9-5. As the first pitch to Michael Breen from Steindorf is a strike. The number 9 batter, playing third base tonight, making a fantastic diving play earlier in the contest, as he'll look at a 75-mile-an-hour curveball that bounces into the dirt, then backhanded by Hayden Jaco. 1-1 now to Michael Breen. Time is called by Michael Breen, and Corey Klein gives it to him. 1-1 pitch is outside at 86 miles an hour for ball number 2. 2-1 now. The 1-1-2 pitch. 2-1 pitch is slapped into the GreyWolves dugout. And it's 2-2 now with 2 outs in the inning. Curtis Perrin on deck, Jordan Barkus in the hole. Both of those were the only 2 runners scored for the GreyWolves. Both scoring in the last inning in the 6th. And Michael Breen will pull one hard out of play just next to the bullpen where the fence is next to the GreyWolves bullpen. The 2-2 pitch from Steindorf delivered, and that's going to be skied out of play onto the first base concourse as a couple fans go all over, and kid tripping down the bleachers trying to get a ball, and he's the one that ends up with it after a lucky bounce. So safe down the bleachers as young fan gets a foul ball. 2-2 pitch now. Delivered, swung on and sky high right in front of the plate, and catcher Hayden Jacob will make the catch for out number 3 in the inning. We'll head to the bottom of the 7th here from Victoria, Canada here after this short break. You're listening to Gresham GreyWolves Baseball here on GreyWolves Live.
Still looking for a gift for Father's Day? Well, the Gresham GreyWolves have the perfect gift for Dad. Spend your weekends at the ballpark. Our 5-game packs offer the perfect bundle of baseball and summer entertainment to get you out to 5 GreyWolves games. Packs start as low as $50. For more information, visit our website at GreshamGreyWolves.com or call 503-428-5248.
Welcome back to GreyWolves Baseball as fans are singing the 7th inning stretch song, Take Me Out to the Ball Game. And that's what you're hearing in the background. As Aaron Schaub will come out to start the 7th inning, allowing 3 runs so far in the contest. Both earned. Striking out 4 and walking 2. Victoria, only 1 strikeout for Cannonberg. That's the only strikeout in the game. That strikeout going to GreyWolves. Ryan Rodriguez, that's a strikeout. The only one in the game after 2 double-digit strikeout performances the last 2 nights. GreyWolves have put balls in play tonight, not walking back with their heads down from the batter's box after striking out very often. Aaron Schaub delivers a first pitch fastball on the outer part of the plate to Matt Lautz, the leadoff batter for the HarbourCats. The 1-0 pitch is letter high, and it's 2-0 now to Matt Lautz. Game time's 2:39 here on a sunny afternoon. The 2-0 pitch is strike called at 79 miles an hour. Change up, just getting over the top of the plate. Two-one from Aaron Schaub. The wind-up, the delivery, the pitch. Strike 2. Another 79-mile-an-hour off-speed pitch. This time inside of the knees. 2-2 now after going down 2-0. The 2-2 pitch swung on and fouled backwards, chopping towards the back netting. Aaron Schaup throwing 83 pitches so far through 6 innings of work. 2-2 pitches lined into this left center gap. Ryan Smith quickly gathers it up, and he'll make a strong throw at second base to keep Matt Louds at first after the leadoff single. His first hit of the afternoon. That'll bring up Griffin Anderchuk, who has 3 hits on the afternoon, 3 straight singles, hitting .667 on the season. Playing second base tonight with a runner at first base now. Aaron Schaup will step off, and Marcus, the manager, will go out to the dugout, and there's going to be a pitching change. So we'll be back here to discuss the pitching change with nobody out and a runner on first base here from Victoria, Canada. You're listening to Grey Wolves Live.
Earn a double play with the Gresham GreyWolves this season by becoming a marketing partner. If you or someone you know would like more information on how to become a marketing partner with the Gresham GreyWolves during their inaugural season, contact Derek Harkin at 503.
Who's this, guys? What number?
Number 11, Carter Book.
Again, that number is
Carter
503
Book.
890
Now,
8827.
pitching.
Your partnership with the Gresham
Gresham
GreyWolves will be
GreyWolves.
how tough.
Make sure to find Harvey running around in the Brady's fish and chips boats.
It's a howling
Running
good
around
time
with
down at the
little
Lucky
Seawood
Pine.
over there.
We have 30 rotating taps, happy hour all day on Sundays, fishbowl Fridays, or just come down and fill up a growler. The Lucky Pine is the home of the Gresham GreyWolves. We
We're also
honor
coming
service
up on the
members
end of
with
the
20%
50-50
discount
draw. Make
on
sure you
free
get your
Monday.
tickets quickly
Check us
before
out.
the
See our
let off the
cocktails,
sales.
craft beer,
Pretty
liquors,
big pot is
come
gathering
see
from
for
what we
yourself on the
understand. So
site.
a good
All
chance
of it
to walk
located
away
at
with a very
1888
happy wall. One of our host families actually won the 50-50 last
craft
night.
beer and cocktails.
Congratulations to Richard Moreland. You owe me $50. Doug and Teresa
Welcome
Mitchell.
back to Grey Wolves Live as Carter Book now in on relief for Aaron Schaup here in the top of the 7th inning. There's no outs as Aaron Schaup went 6 full innings, allowing 3 earned runs on 8 hits.
Plus the family of Wallen Ashworth, the grandparents of Jaron Silva, so many people.
Book's first batter to face
They entrust them to us during these
will be
summer
Ben
months
Polshik.
and enjoy their time in
Excuse me,
Victoria.
Griffin Anderchuk.
For hosting these great people while they're in our city.
Carter Book mainly used as a relief pitcher for the Grey Wolves. Coming in the series opener after Gabe Benavides started the contest. First pitch is skied into right field, right center, as Jeffrey Mitchell Jr. will go over and collect it for out number 1. Out number 1 of the inning, bringing up number 29, Ben Polshik, the first baseman for the HarbourCats. Carter Book has pitched 10 and now full 11 innings, coming in with 10 and 2/3, now 11 innings after that out. 9 hits allowed, 2 earned runs. He's got a 1.68 ERA. As the first pitch to number 29, Ben Polshik, is pulled into the left field, and he's going to be thrown out at third base. The base runner, Matt Louts, moving from first base all the way to third on the single, attempting to score, but a great throw over there from Curtis Perrin gets Matt Louts at third base on the throw, no cut. So a single, and advancing on the throw is Ben Polshik, and that brings up Joe Pryor after the out at third base. So Carter Boot getting the second out of the inning, but allowing a single, as they will put the bag back into the hole as it got dislodged by Loutz's slide, and it looks like they're going to need a tool to get the dirt out of the hole, as third base coach holds up the bag to facilities.
Maintenance to the third base area. Maintenance to the third base area, please.
Oh, yes.
It looks like the peg that holds the bag in the metal hole that's in the dirt is bent, so it's unable to go back into its normal spot. So they'll need a whole new base out at third base on the aggressive slide by Matt Lautz into third base.
We have time to make our draw for the Northern Island getaway. Our first entrant, this is one of our first entrants for a chance.
Carter Book,
our final game this year.
now 11 1/3 inning, allowing 10 hits, allowing only 2 earned runs, striking out 6, accumulating a 1.68 ERA.
Dan LaValle, you can claim your Tally Ho gift certificate at the information booth.
Aaron Shout, the starter tonight,
For the big win at the end of the year.
pitching 6 innings, allowing 8 hits and 3 earned runs.
And Port Hardy EcoScape.
He came in with an 8.44 ERA, and that's going to go down a little bit, most likely around the 5.6 mark once the stats update. Time is put back in play, and new bags in at third base, and Carter Book will step on the rubber, facing Joe Pryor, the designated hitter, with a runner at second base. That's Ben Polshik after singling and advancing to third on the second on throw. Throw is the pitch from Carter Book is off the chest of Kyle Henderson, pops out in front of him, and Ben Polshik will advance to third on the throw. The throw to third base is not in time. So a stolen base for Ben Polshik is how it's scored, as Joe Pryor fouls off the 1-0 pitch. 1-1 now to Joe Pryor. Joe Pryor steps back in after the 1-1 pitch is a ball, low on the count, and the 2-1 pitch is built high for strike number 2. 2-1, 2-2 now.
No. That's the first one he's actually done, and I'm like, so I can't.
Swung on and fouled back. Full count now, as the umpire's arm was out of view there on the last pitch. Looked like a strike. Called the ball. Full count now. 2 outs for Carter Book. Carter Book delivers. Swung on and missed, and is right in front of Kyle Henderson, and he'll tag out Joe Pryor for the third out of the inning. So nobody scores on the inning for the HarbourCats after 1 hit and no errors, leaving a man on base. And we'll be back to start the 8th inning, as we'll go over any new pitchers for the HarbourCats here after this short break. You're listening to Gresham GreyWolves Baseball on GreyWolves Live.
They're up to bat now. Yeah. No, but you know what? They're up to bat now.
Okay, so you only get one shot at a vacation this summer, so let's make sure it's not an epic fail. Before you pack the sunscreen and the bug spray, before you lose your sunglasses again, get your official vacation mobile to the Quick Lane inside Gresham Ford for an oil change and a complete road trip inspection. This isn't a down and dirty oil change from the greasy spot down the street. I'm talking about a top-to-bottom maintenance and safety inspection from honest-to-goodness, factory-trained automotive technicians. It doesn't matter what brand of vehicle you drive or whether
Whether it's an Econo Cruiser, a minivan, a Mighty Man truck, or a Road Warrior motorhome, the Quick Lane technicians inside Gresham Ford will make sure your summer adventure doesn't involve being stranded on the side of the road. Your vacation is calling, and the Quick Lane technicians inside Gresham Ford will help make sure you get there. The Quick Lane inside Gresham Ford is open Monday through Friday till 10 and till 4 on Saturdays, and you'll never need an appointment. The Quick Lane inside Gresham Ford on Powell, 2 blocks east of 242nd.
Welcome back to GreyWolves Live here at Royal Athletic Park in Victoria, Canada, as the HarbourCats lead the Gresham GreyWolves 3-2 here in the top of the 8th inning.
I would leave it until we need to change it. Just in case.
First pitch to Curtis Perrin is a strike on the outside part of the plate for strike number 1. Curtis Perrin, 0-1, and he'll look at a 75-mile-an-hour curveball for strike number 2. 0-2 now to Perrin, playing in left field tonight and making a fantastic throw to get Matt Lautz at third base in the last inning. 0-2 pitch is outside in the dirt. Attempted backdoor breaking ball, doesn't break enough. 1-2 now to Curtis Perrin. The 1-2 pitch is skied into center field, deep center field. Matt Lautz running back and making the catch over his shoulder. A basket catch with the glove at his hip over his shoulder for the out. Signature play of Major League center fielders, catching the ball at their hip when it's over their shoulder like that. So 1 out in the inning after the fly out to center field will bring up Jordan Barkis. Jordan Barkis reaching on an E6 in his last at-bat in the 6th inning. Jordan Barkis, the younger brother of manager Justin Barkis, playing at Lower Columbia College in Longview, Washington, just off the Columbia River that splits Oregon and Washington. First pitch is a ball, and Steindorf working quickly. His second pitch is in and low at the knees. Ball number 2, 2-0 now. Steindorf delivers, swung on and pulled right at the first baseman. Fair ball, a slow roller towards first base. Out number 2 as Ben Pulshik steps on the bag for out number 2. Bringing up Jeffrey Mitchell Jr. So a ground out to first and a fly out to center is the 2 outs so far in the inning for Curtis Perrin and Jordan Barkis. Jeffrey Mitchell Jr. laying off a 74-mile-an-hour curveball right down the middle. A little bit low. 0-1 now for Jeffrey Mitchell Jr. Delivery from Steindorf, swung on, and a swinging bunt that's just going to get foul and stay foul. A little slow roller chopper down the line, getting out of fair territory. So 0-2 now for Jeffrey Mitchell Jr. Steindorf making quick work so far in this inning. 3 up, 3 down in the 7th, and 2 up, 2 down so far in the 8th. Steindorf comes set, delivers, and it's going to be low and outside for ball number 1, 1-2, as Jeffrey Mitchell Jr. does not offer at the swing and miss pitch. The 1-2 pitch is low and outside, but called strike 3 on Jeffrey Mitchell Jr. A little grimace and smile there to Corey Klein, the home plate umpire, in discomfort there as he did not like that pitch. As we'll head to the bottom of the 8th here at Royal Athletic Park, as Carter Boot comes out to start the bottom of the 8th inning here as they sing Sweet Caroline. You're listening to Gresham GreyWolves Baseball here on GreyWolves Live.
Finding the right dentist for your young children can be challenging. At Gresham Pediatric Dentistry, we understand the importance of helping your child feel comfortable in the dental chair. Since 2007, Dr. Ji-Young Lee has helped many young patients in the Gresham area, and she can help your child too. Request your appointment today at GreshamPediatricDentistry.com.
Welcome back to GreyWolves Baseball here on GreyWolves Live as the bottom of the 8th inning
It's been a good game. I've actually enjoyed this one.
begins. And it will be led off by Matt Smith, the left fielder, and A.J. Alcantara and Hayden Jaco, the 3 batters expected for the HarbourCats here in the 8th inning. Game time, 3 o'clock right now, 2:56. And it's been just over 2 hours and 25 minutes here at Royal Athletic Park. Carter Boop, the high leg kick, delivers fouled ball into the first base dugout. So 0-1 quickly for Carter Boop facing Matt Smith. 1-1 count after the 0-1 pitch misses outside for ball number 1. Matt Smith fouls another one back on a play over the press box into the concourse. 1-2 now to Matt Smith from Carter Book. Carter Book, a lefty, working to right-handed Matt Smith. Carter Book with a high straight leg kick. Great flexibility as he gets Matt Smith looking there. Strike 3 called on the outer part of the plate for strike 3. A backwards K for Matt Smith from Carter Book. That brings up right fielder A.J. Alcantara. Alcantara 0 for 3 tonight as the HarbourCats only have 9 hits on the afternoon. GreyWolves have 3 as the HarbourCats lead 3-2 here in the bottom of the 8th inning. Leg kick from Book, high at the letters outside for ball number 1. Ball number 2 from Carter Book. Outside. 2-0 pitch is a curveball that just gets the part of the plate for strike number 1. And another curveball from Carter Book as he's working really quickly, getting the ball, coming set as A.J. Alcantara is taking his time now as Carter Book was working really quickly there. And as soon as he gets the play put back in by the home plate umpire, he's moving as the 2-2 pitch is swung on and missed and held by Kyle Henderson for strike number 3. So 2 strikeouts here in the inning for Carter Book. That brings up the catcher, Hayden Jaco. Jaco 0 for 3 tonight as well. Flying out to right in the 2nd. Striking out looking in the 4th. And popping up to the catcher in the 6th. Now it's the 8th inning as he looks at a first pitch strike from Carter Book on the outer part of the plate. And the 0-1 pitch is slapped in the left center field, and it's going to get down for a base hit for Hayden Jaco. The single brings up Brad Plushkill, who scored the first run of the afternoon for the HarbourCats back in the 5th inning after singling. Cameron Cannon then singled him, pushed him over. A sacrifice bunt by Matt Lautz moved Plushkill over to 3rd, and then he scored on a single by Griffin Anderchuk. The first pitch from Book is singled up the middle by Brad Plushkill, so runners at 1st and 2nd now as that hard hit ball right back up the middle is into center field for a single. 2 straight singles moves Hayden Jaco over to 2nd, and Brad Plushkill is now at first base. So 2 hits on the inning as Cameron Cannon, the number 9 batter, playing shortstop, will come into the batter's box. Pitch from Carter Book is outside but fouled off into the back netting for strike number 1. 2 outs here in the afternoon in the bottom of the 8th inning. Ball is put back in play by Corey Klein. And Carter Book's delivery swung on and popped foul territory down the first baseline as Ryan Rodriguez will come in about 4 steps from the bag in foul territory and make the catch for out number 3. It's a full count now as we head to the top of the 9th inning with the GreyWolves trailing 3-2, looking to see if they can score some runs and avoid a sweep here as the HarbourCats lead 3-2 as we head to the top of the 9th inning. You're listening to Gresham GreyWolves Baseball here on GreyWolves Live.
Still looking for a gift for Father's Day? Well, the Gresham GreyWolves have the perfect gift for Dad. Spend your weekends at the ballpark. Our 5-game packs offer the perfect bundle of baseball and summer entertainment to get you out to 5 GreyWolves games. Packs start as low as $50. For more information, visit our website at GreshamGreyWolves.com or call 503-428-5248.
So I don't know what you.
Welcome back to GreyWolves Baseball here on GreyWolves Live, as we do have some defensive changes for you, but we will get them when we know them. There is a new person in right field, but it looks like AJ Alcantara might be in left, as Ryan Steindorf will now work the bottom of the 9th inning, coming out for his 4th inning of work after James Kannenberg was relieved in the 6th after going 5 full innings, not getting an out in the 6th. As Steindorf faces Ryan Smith to lead off the inning here in the top of the 9th. And Ryan Smith will look at a first pitch curveball, outer part of the zone for strike number 1. Second pitch is low in the zone for ball number 1. 1-1 now to Ryan Smith. The 1-1 pitch, not swung on, curveball, check swing. He did not go as the ball was in the dirt. 2-1 now to Ryan Smith. Two-one pitch is swung on and skied into right field, 10 yards from the foul line, as Ryan Smith will fly out to the new right fielder, number 20, Austin Gieber out of Fresno State. Now up, the first baseman, Ryan Rodriguez, after the fly out to right. First pitch to Ryan Rodriguez is low for ball number 1. Winnow pitches inside at 86 miles an hour for ball 2. 2-0 now.
I saw him coming back too. We were just going, who's that? Yeah. I mean, he may have just got his water on. Yeah.
2-0 pitch from Steindorf is laced back up the middle off the glove of the pitcher. Hustle play by the second baseman is going to pull Ben Pushik, the first baseman, off the bag. So a good recovery play by there by Griffin Anderchuk to get the ball that was off the glove of Steindorf. It's going to be a hit for Ryan Rodriguez, an infield single. And Ryan Glasner will now pinch run for Ryan Rodriguez. As get a little bit of speed out there on the bases. Down 3-2 here in the top of the ninth inning. Now up to bat for the Grey Wolves is Ty Wyatt, pinch hitting for Connor Zickafoos. And Ryan Glasner, number 19, pinch running for Ryan Rodriguez, who just singled up the middle off the glove of Steindorf. One out here in the top of the ninth inning. Pitch from Steindorf is fouled back high in the netting. Now will bounce down to the ground. One strike now to Ty Wyatt. Ty Wyatt at University of Willamette down in Salem, Oregon. Willamette University. Ty Wyatt swinging a towering fly ball. Stays in the infield, and it's going to be a pop out to the third baseman, who was ranging a couple steps back and caught the ball with his heels on the grass and his toes on the dirt for out number 2 here, as the Grey Wolves are down to their last out of the game and the series after that pop-up by... And I'll bring up number 21 for the Grey Wolves. That's Drew Curtis. He'll pinch hit for Kyle Henderson. After that pop up to third base. So 2 outs here. Grey Wolves trailed 3-2. And it's going to be a called strike a little bit below the knees to Drew Curtis. 1 strike, no balls, with Ryan Glasner at first base after Ryan Rodriguez's single up the middle. Drew Curtis with an 0-1 count. Check his swing and did not go. So 1-1 now. They'll appeal down to the first base umpire, Weatherall, and say he did not go. Michael Pena talking to Glasner over at first base. Pena, the first base coach. After Glasner got his sign from third base coach and manager Justin Barkas. Drew Curtis, 1-1 pitch, swung on and fouled back off the glove of Hayden Jaco. Jaco out of Vernon College. Drew Curtis at Southern Illinois, where Ryan Smith goes, the center fielder tonight for the Grey Wolves. And the Grey Wolves are down to their last strike. It's a 1-2 count, 2 outs in the inning. As Ryan Glasner gets his lead at first base. 1-2 count. Runner does not go. It's a curveball outside, low in the dirt for ball 2. So the fans cheering on a strike 3 do not get it there. 2-2 now for Drew Curtis. As the fans will begin clapping again, as the youth schools, and elementary schools and middle schools have mainly left the ballpark. It's just the normal fans now, as there was a special day for young fans. As Drew Curtis will swing and sky a fly ball in the shallow center field, and the shortstop Cameron Cannon will go out and collect it for the 3rd out of the inning. The HarbourCats win the series and sweep the Grey Wolves, as the Grey Wolves are swept for the first time in franchise history. Score of 3-2 after the Grey Wolves get no runs, 1 hit, no errors, and 1 man left on base here in the top of the 9th inning. Grey Wolves lose 3-2. 4 hits, HarbourCats at 11. And we'll be back here on Gresham GreyWolves Baseball here after this short break. We'll be here for the post-game show here at Royal Athletic Park. You're listening to Gresham GreyWolves Baseball here on Grey Wolves Live.
And
He
support
switched their face to
Victoria
31 over there.
Welcome to the Gresham GreyWolves postgame show, presented by Active Family Chiropractic, Edward Jones, Gresham Ford, Gresham Pediatric Dentistry, the Gresham Police Officers Association, Lucky Heights, Metro East Web Academy, Northwest Accounting Partners, Olympic Gym, Riverview Community Bank, and State Farm. Here's your host, Alex Yavarski.
Welcome back to Royal Athletic Park here in Victoria, Canada, as the GreyWolves complete the series against the HarbourCats of Victoria, getting swept in 3 straight games here at Royal Athletic Park. Of a score of 3-2 after losing last night's contest 9-5, and the series opener 2-0. So the GreyWolves are swept for the first time in franchise history after a decent, strong performance by Aaron Schaup, only allowing 3 runs. So a close ball game again here between the HarbourCats and the GreyWolves. Aaron Schaup going 6 full innings, allowing 8 hits and 3 runs, striking out 4. Victoria's starter, James Cannonberg, going 5 full innings, starting the 6th, but coming out with base runners on in a jam, allowing 3 hits and 2 runs, 1 earned, only striking out 1 batter. So Gresham GreyWolves batters making an adjustment at the plate tonight, only striking out twice compared to the double-digit strikeout performances the last 2 nights here as the GreyWolves lose the contest 3-2. GreyWolves 2 runs, 4 hits, no errors. HarbourCats 3 runs, 11 hits, and 2 errors on the contest. Curtis Perrin scoring the first run for the GreyWolves in the 6th inning. Both runs coming in the 6th. Curtis Perrin leading off with a walk. Jordan Barkus then reached on an E6. And then getting to second base on the E6 as well. Curtis Perrin then getting the second on an E1. So Curtis Perrin walking, E1 to second base, and then getting the third on a wild pitch. He scored on the E6 from Jordan Barkus' hit that was scored as an E6, moving to second base on the throw. He was then singled over by Jeffrey Mitchell Jr. to third, and a sac fly by Ryan Smith scored Jordan Barkus the only other run in the inning. So those were the 2 runs for the GreyWolves, as the HarbourCats scored 3 runs. 2 runs coming in the 5th and 1 in the 6th, as Brad Plushkell started off the inning in the 5th. He singled, then was moved over by Cameron Cannon's single. A sacrifice bunt by Matt Louth moved everybody over bag. With runners at second and third now, Griffin Anderchuk singled and scored Brad Plushkell and Cameron Cannon, scoring on the throw. And that was all that happened in the 5th. And then in the 6th inning, when the GreyWolves scored their 2 runs, the HarbourCats scored a run in the bottom half of the frame. Matt Smith leading off, singling. He then stole second, got to third on a wild pitch, and a wild pitch scored Matt Smith as well. So 2 wild pitches, a stolen base, and a single is how Matt Smith scored the winning run off of Carter Book. That's all we have for you today, folks, as the GreyWolves will board a bus and get on the ferry at 7:30 tonight, as the ferry right now is left 15 minutes ago. So the GreyWolves will catch the 7:30 ferry ride and get back to Gresham late tonight before heading back to the ballpark at Osland Field to face the Kelowna team from another Canada team here in the West Coast League. The GreyWolves will make the 5-hour trek after getting into Port Angeles and get back late tonight. GreyWolves will look to add some runs and get some more run support for the pitchers, as the pitchers have pitched pretty well here in Victoria, just have not been able to get any base runners scored across the plate. But I've been Fletcher Like. I've been your host this week here in Victoria, Canada, Alex Yavarski have the week off as the Grey Wolves get swept here in Victoria. And we'll see you out at Osland Field tomorrow evening starting at 7:05 between Kelowna and Gresham. You're listening to Gresham GreyWolves on GreyWolves Live.
Thanks for listening to Gresham GreyWolves Baseball, presented by Active Family Chiropractic, Edward Jones, Gresham Ford, Gresham Pediatric Dentistry, the Gresham Police Officers Association, Lucky Pines, Metro East Web Academy, Northwest Accounting Partners, Olympic Gym, Riverview Community Bank, and State Farm. Don't forget to like us on Facebook and follow us on Twitter. And be sure to join us at Mount Hood Community College for Grey Wolves baseball or catch the games live online at GreshamGreyWolves.com.
Always